Yo guys, welcome to a new video on Nostalrius. Oh yes, and this time we will be discussing my build. This question was asked by a gentleman of the name Michael Galarza, and he asked if I could post my build. So I thought, why not make a video of it? Why not just make a quick video and discuss the build a bit? So we got 18 points in elemental. That includes concussion, of course. Why? Because concussion increases damage of shock spells by 5% and lightning bolt and chain lightning, but you're not going to use that as enhancement in vanilla. No way. Maybe if the target is running away and was squeeze off a quick lightning bolt or a chain lightning just to try to kill him. And in the second tier we got 3 in elemental warding. That goes without saying. It's awesome because it reduces nature, frost and fire damage by 10%, so that's really awesome against fire mages and frost mages. And then we got the Call of Flame, 2/3 points, because I just needed it to get down to the third tier. But anyway, increase your damage for fire totems by 10%, which is good for the fire nova and Syrian totem damage. And then on the third tier we got elemental focus. I like this talent a lot because it gives you a 10% chance on all your damage spells, which is your shock spells and light and your chain lightning and lightning bolt. Gives a 10% chance to enter a clear casting state, which your spells, your offensive spells are free. They don't cost anything, you know. That's great. That has saved me so many times versus warriors and rogues. I just squeeze off a air shock of rank 1, takes like 20 mana or something, and boom, procs me elemental focus, and I can just boom get off a high rank earth shock or a high rank frost shock right off the bat. That's just so great. And for the next we got the I can't pronounce that. I'm not gonna try. You can see the name there. Reduces the cooldown of all your shock spells by 1 second. That's a no-brainer. You want that, no problem. 1 second off every shock is just awesome. And then we got the elemental devastation, 2.03, because crit chance is always good to have. You want crit on your shaman because crit plus wind fury equals insane damage. So this talent actually, your offensive spell crits will increase your chance to get a critical strike with your melee attacks by 6%. So if you crit with the chain lightning, lightning bolt, or shock spells, you will gain elemental devastation, and your melee crit will increase by 6%, which is awesome. It's just really nice. And then we move on to the enhancement tree. In the first tier we got astral knowledge, because increases your mana by maximum mana by 5% it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. That's a lot of mana, because shamans in vanilla are thirsty as fuck. They use mana like there's no tomorrow. So you will be needing all the mana you can get, and maximum mana by 5% over shield specialization, that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer. And then in the second tier we got guardian totems. Must have the bread and butter in this 10 tree, because it reduces it. Wow, can't speak today. It reduces your ground totem cooldown by 2 seconds, which is a big deal. Big deal. The ground totem is the bread and butter of the shamans. It's a lifesaver. It will save you, and has saved me countless times. Plus, the guardian totem talent actually increases the amount of damage reduced by your stone skin totem and wind wall totem by 20%, which is really great for defensive options. Popping down a stone skin and a wind wall when you're facing a hunter, you reduce the pet damage and you reduce the hunter damage effectively. It's great. And then we got thundering strikes. Just a no-brainer right there. Crit chance, 5% crit chance is sweet. And then we got Ghost Wolf, improved Ghost Wolf. Really awesome for just chasing down people and getting out of situations, actually. And the talent actually works on this server. Most other servers, this doesn't work. But here it works. It actually effectively reduces your Ghost Wolf cast time to 1 second. great to have. Great. It's also great to have mobility, quick and easy mobility in PvP. And then we move on to improved lightning shield. Why, you ask? Because lightning shield is awesome versus melee. Just pop that on, and the rogue or the warrior or the druid cat, whatever it might be, that will be hitting you, will be taking 15% increased lightning shield damage, which is just a nice way of having some passive offensive damage when you're being pummeled by some beastly warrior. And then we go down to the third tier. We are skipping enhancing totems because you're going to be spending more time running away from your totems than actually staying in range. So that's the reason behind that. Then we got the two-handed axe and mace specialization, which is a must-have talent. If you're going to roll enhancement with the two-hander in vanilla, you must spec this because you can't use a two-hander without this talent point. And then anticipation, yes, no, that's no. You don't want that's, I mean, for some tank shaman build maybe, but not in this build. Anticipation is a no, don't do that. And flurry, also a must-have talent. The 30% attack speed on your next 3 swings after dealing a critical strike is awesome, because you attack faster, which in turn will mean you will have more chance to proc Wind Fury. So that's a no-brainer right there. Must have. And the toughness, again with toughness and anticipation, avoid. That's just waste of talent points right there. Just avoid those two. And then we go down to this tier. Improved weapon totems. No. Skip that. That's PvE. You don't want that because it's just a waste of talent points in my opinion, of course. There's probably builds out there that are making good use of it. But to increase the melee attack power bonus of your Windfire totem by 15% and increase the damage caused by your Flame Tongue totem by 6%, that's just not worth it. I mean, in PvP scenarios, it's just not worth it. The standard unimproved Windfire totem will do just fine because Windfire is overpowered as hell. So avoid that too. Elemental weapons. It's a must-have talent if you want Storm Strike. It will increase your melee attack power, bonus of your Rock Biter weapon by 20% and your Wind Fury weapon effect by 40%, and increases the damage caused by your Flame Tongue weapon and Frostbrand weapon by 15%. You must have this talent if you want Storm Strike. That's just plain and simple. You must have it, and it's also a really good talent because it's buffed. It actually buffs Wind Fury by 40%. It's just awesome, great. Parry, of course, you want to have the chance to parry an enemy if you fight a rogue or a warrior or a paladin. It's good to have a chance to parry, just boom, parry. Don't really happen a lot, but it's great to have some defensives, some passive defensive powers. And then we go down to the next one. You only have one choice here, and this Weapon Mastery. It's a must-have. You must have this because it increases your overall damage by weapons with 10%, which is huge. It's a huge damage boost. And it's a must-have. Then you go down to the last tier and you get the glorious Storm Strike. It's a beautiful talent. It's a must-have talent. It gives you an extra strike. In addition, the 2 next sources of nature damage dealt to the target are increased by 20%. So if you Storm Strike someone and then Earth Shock, it's going to be 20% more damage. And if you have an Elemental Shaman by your side, you Storm Strike and you let him pop his cooldowns and just boom, sucker a huge chain lightning into the man, and it just be exploding with damage. So anyways, guys, that's it for this time. Sorry for my speech today. I'm just all over the place today. Anyway, here's my build. I hope you enjoyed the explanations behind my choices and whatnot. I'm pretty sure this pretty much is a standard build for any enhancement in vanilla. So anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. See ya!